Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway, right here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Just about a 20-minute ride from me, and let me tell you what, we are absolutely in full send today as we get ready to kick off the final 4 races for the chase right here on the Racer Elite Network. I am Mike Taylor up here behind the cameras and everything else, and we got my favorite commentator, David Forch, right beside me. We are here to kick some butt and ready to have an awesome day. This 2.5-mile track is a little bit on the slicker side today at 111 degrees, 82 air temperature with a wind at southeast at 11 miles an hour. We do have unlimited sets of tires, unlimited fast repairs, but we do only have, I believe it's 25 incident points before they get booted out of here. We've got 13 cars on tap, and let me tell you what, we've already had one driver absolutely just have a blast here early on. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened to Blake Beacon after he made his qualifying run. We'll just have to go back here just a couple of laps. Maybe it was this one here. Here it is. He finished up his qualifying session, or his qualifying run, aimed it right for the wall, and let me tell you what, kaboom! Over the wall, back to the other side, and landed it facing the correct direction. I give that an 8.5 out of 10.
You know, 8.5 is pretty generous. I just think he could have gotten maybe 1 or 2 more barrel rolls out of that thing. I'm going to give him an 8, you know. But hey, you know, that's a hell of a way to celebrate a pole, because right now, he's sitting on top.
Yeah, absolutely. He is sitting on top at the moment. Let's go ahead and pull up those results for you guys. And let me go grab the correct format that we're looking for. I really need to get this taken care of. Oh, he's did it again. How about those for those barrel rolls?
Very slow golf clap happening right now. You might not be. Look at that flap right there. Ooh, well, I give him extra points for style on that one.
Absolutely. So his quickest time was a 50.28. Blake Hewlett back in second with the 50.29, 50.3030. Back behind him for Wayne Scott and Austin Sale. This is one of the things I don't like about my current sticker that I use, because it doesn't give me all 3 like I used to. So I'm going to cheat here just a little bit. Oh, of course it's going to do that on me. But there's only one way to fix that, and I'm going to change that right now. Ready? Ready? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Ready? Come.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm scared. It's new.
New.
Uh-oh. Oh, thank God they're grading. Oh, man, you have no idea how much PTSD iRacing in my computer has given me, especially with our recent issues that's been happening. It froze, things went quiet, and I cried a little bit. And then I realized, ladies and gentlemen, it's race time.
It is absolutely race time. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on the pole, Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine, followed by Chris Gotzel in that 707. On the inside, row number 2, you've got that number 73 of Blake Hewlett to his outside, Kirby Wayne Scott. The 36 of Austin Sale will be on the inside of row number 3 to his outside, that Black Monster 45, Ryan Warp. All Day Racing's Justin Day in that number 79 machine. He'll be starting on the inside row 4. The 23, Frank Chavez, to his outside. Inside row number 5, you got the 07, Wayne Graves. To his outside, the 57 of Aaron Roth. Inside row number 6, you got the number 14 machine of Robbie Mitchell. To his outside, it's that 311 machine of Matt Metler. Andrew Tefton, that Racer Elite number 98. He'll be on the inside row number 13. Or in that number 13 spot in the 98. To his outside, it's going to be Sean Burke in that number 93 machine. Ooh, Sean.
On the table, man.
Sean, you took my number, man. Me and him, we're going to have some words.
We's gonna fight.
Yeah, we going to fight, man.
We's gonna fight tonight. And you know what? This club, we do talk about it. Mr. Mike, I'm going to leave you for a quick second. I got to take a quick phone call, and then I'll be back to call this amazing race.
One Mississippi. All right, so since he's back, no. Okay.
Crap!
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and while we are getting ready for this amazing race that we're about to witness here today, we would like to send out give me one moment here. A special birthday. We'd like to send out a special birthday, 20th birthday to Joey Castle. Joey, happy 20th birthday to you. And hope your day was amazing just as you are. But ladies and gentlemen, your cars are now rolling down the back straightaway. We are getting ready to go green flag racing for the first time here in Daytona. And let me tell you what, Blake Viken on the pole, to his outside, Chris Gotzel. Man, we are in for an amazing race. And let me tell you what, we've got some beautiful looking paint schemes out here today as they're making their way through turns 3 and 4. Let me just do a quick update on the paints one more time, you know, just in case. But let me tell you what, all these cars are looking absolutely sharp here for these Xfinity race cars. Out of turn number 4, we're getting ready to go green flag racing, and I'm absolutely stoked because these guys always put on an amazing show. We don't need all that extra space. Oh, and green flag is out. I will take care of my spotter here in just a moment. But we are now going up through the gears as they make their short shoot on the way to turn number 1 as they hit that 32-degree banking up here in turn number 1. Blake Viken out front. Blake Hewlett in that number 73 was able to go ahead and sneak down behind him, and that's going to bring Austin Sale to his back bumper. But Chris Gotzel in that 707 machine, he is struggling now a little bit there on the outside already, as he's fallen back to roughly that 4th position next to Justin Day in that number 79 machine, as they hit the bakings once again up here in turns 3 and 4 for the first time here today. That outside lane is starting to struggle with only 4 cars up top. They are not making any progress whatsoever, as they are still struggling to stay side by side there with Justin Day in that 79 machine, as they make their way down the short shoot back up into turn number 1 for round number 2.
I am back, and I did not miss a thing. I'm going to tell you right now, that is the first time I've ever clinched while on a phone call for a race I'm not even involved in. I watched some very aggressive bumps at the start there. Got the, who is that? It's the silver car for me.
The 707
right
of Chris
behind
Gotzel.
the 07. Yep, Chris Gotzel. Yeah,
Yep.
He got a little bit upset there, and I thought I was bound to see a caution already, but these guys are, they're going, man. 07, Wayne Graves going to the back now. Got shoved up there to the high line. No drafting partners. You know, this is pretty on par for Daytona. Inside line is going to be dominant until everybody starts getting their ducks in a row, and then we're going to see that outside line really come into fruition here later.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are working lap number 3, and we're going to enjoy lap number 3 here. The iRacing community lost one of their greatest members, Willie Smith, yesterday. And so every third lap, kind of similar to how it was for Dale Sr., let me tell you what, I'm always going to be thinking about Willie now here on this third lap. I know he meant a lot to you, David, and, you know, we're always going to be knowing that he's going to be with us, you know, no matter what now. So lap 3 is always going to be dedicated to Willie Smith. I don't know about you, but every lap 3 is going to be a Willie Smith lap now.
You know, it's insane. If it was any other driver, I'd be saying you're crazy, dude. Why? You know, but I mean, Willie had such an impact on people that it's mind-boggling the type of person that Willie was. You know, I don't want to dwell too much in on it, but like, he's the kind of guy that would absolutely give you his shirt off his back if he had to. I mean, he spent many hours with me with my Coca-Cola qualifying run, helping me better my craft and just giving me advice. And he sat through races and was my crew chief. And yeah, the number 3, just, it'll never be the same for me. And it's such a shame that that's how life works. And it's just a byproduct of what the universe does for us and to us. And it was a shock and it was an awe. But yeah, I mean, every number 3, regardless of if it's by itself or attached to another number, man, it'll be a constant reminder. And you know, and that's a beautiful thing that I love about iRacing and League in general. I mean, like, you see it here with the racers and Elite.
Oh, trouble in turn 3
already. Oh, no caution yet.
Justin Day, he's around the 223. Sean Burke in the 93, he's around. Still no caution. We are still racing here in Daytona.
Guys, stop being so good. At least spin around entirely. Oh, that's not good news if you are positioned, what is that, 8th or further back, because from there, everyone is just in absolute despair right now. That's going to be, I mean, the best time for it to happen is lap 6 out of 80, right? They have a lot of time to make up ground, but they have to work together.
That's not what I meant to do.
45 there.
No, that was not part of the race. That was a qualifying.
Still was a hard hit, not gonna lie to you.
All right, so
as we take a look now,
Ryan Warp, he was involved in this one here, right there. I think I saw the 10. Chris Gotzel is involved. Matt Metler, he's involved. The 07 machine. Wayne Graves involved as well. Sean Burke in that 223 machine, aka the 93. My number. But I was actually going to get ready to hit on that. You know, I run the 93, and so now that even has another special meaning for me. I didn't know Willie as much as you did, but I mean, I've had a few test sessions with you guys, and he taught me a lot too. So that number 3 is always going to have a special meaning for me as well.
That's just Willie in a nutshell. He has that. Whoa, big move out of the 73 there onto the inside of Blake Viken in the number 18. That was almost a slide job. Trouble again. Is this the caution?
This has got to be a caution.
Around. There it is. Caution's out here on lap number 8 out of 80 for the full send Racers Elite League. That was one should be caution followed up with a absolute caution. And yeah, that if we can go back to see that move by the 73 after we take a look at the crash, I would love that.
Yeah, we can.
I'll keep an eye on the live field for you, because that was a move of the century. I mean, I don't know if that was intentional or what, but I mean, just look at that craft.
Right.
He's just, look at left side of your view there. You can see him in the mirror. He's a flash. Like, take a look on board with Hewlett now. Just absolute. Okay, bye. Oh, beautiful movement. All intentional. almost made the mistake of going below the line, but beautiful control. And you know something? That was the move that gave Blake Hewlett the lead.
Yep. And so going back to the caution.
Yeah, let's take a look at what happened there. You see the 18 there on the outside with the 14, the 98 making it 3 wide. 14, oh, Andrew, not enough room.
Yeah.
It happens at 190 miles an hour. You know, you see a hole and it just doesn't exist when you get there. And
Yeah.
you know, good news, unlimited fast repairs, no damage. They got tires. These drivers, they're fierce. Oh, that was close. These drivers are fierce. This is just a minor setback for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna take away iRacing here for just a moment, my friends. I need to go ahead and turn off my audio here because, well, you guys don't need to sit there and hear the drivers chit chat. So we're gonna go dark here, but
And while you do that, I'll touch base on what we were talking about. Because like I was saying with, you know, like leagues like Racers Elite, you know, you build a bond, you build a relationship with these guys that you just interact with daily on the Discord and weekly on the track. And, you know, Willie had that effect on everybody where it was just an instant connection. No matter who you were, no matter what it was, no matter what he said out of his mouth in the heat of a moment. At the end of the day, you were good with him. You know, like he might talk some playful shit, but at the end of the day, he's gonna have your back, and that's the beautiful thing about Willie, is like, you know, he is what so many people are on iRacing, like in Racers Elite. You know, Blake Hewlett's a good guy. You know, he's also in Average Joe's. Justin Day, he's a good guy. He's also in the Average Joe's, which is where Willie, you know, was more predominant. And Wayne Graves, all of these guys have that. You know, that connection where you wouldn't believe how quick you feel connected to these guys out there. And, you know, iRacing is a beautiful tool for driver development, but it's also a beautiful tool for social development. Yeah. And I will never look at a league the same after being introduced to Average Joe's and all the guys there, and then doing all of these different leagues. Every league has their Willie. And you don't realize it until it's gone. And, you know, so it's like one of those things where I don't want to dwell on the situation, but I do feel like, you know, it's important to remind everybody that life happens, and even in the most unexpected ways, good and bad can happen. And even out of the bad, the good can happen. I mean, it's just, it's a reminder of how volatile and how uncertain our lives are. And just don't take anything for granted. I mean, reach out to your friends, talk to them, reach out to your family. Don't wait until tomorrow to do that, because tomorrow's not a guarantee for anybody. Exactly. Losing Willie was very unexpected and very hard to swallow. I've been around death quite extensively. I was a firefighter, I was a mortuary, I was a transporter. I mean, you know, I worked the highway, you know, I worked fatalities. I know death is everywhere, but when it hits hard like this, it reminds you to remind everyone else to check on your people and talk to your people. And remember, make everything fun. I'm pretty sure there's another fella here who might be in the same booth who says that quite a bit, and I used to chuckle every time I hear it. But now, it makes more sense.
Yes. And that saying is, no matter what you do in life, you guys, if it's at work, if it's, you know, doing your chores around your house, if it's, you know, if it's just really something you don't like to do, you gotta make it fun in some way, because, you know, life is just too short to be dwelling on a bunch of crap that doesn't really matter, you know. And that's the motto I've lived by since I've been 11 years old, and I'm 37 now. You know, everything you do, have fun doing it. And that's what makes me, because let me tell you what, when I'm gaming, when I'm racing, you know, I'm goofing off, I'm having fun. If it's serious, all right, fine, let's be serious. But other than that, guys, have fun. Life is just too freaking short. And with that being said,
well, before we segue, one reminder: it can be serious but fun. Always find your
Yes.
balance. And I'm assuming you're going into the grid right now.
Yes, sir. We are
There
getting
you go.
ready to go back green flag racing. Pace truck is off. And here we go to begin lap number 12, ladies and gentlemen, here at Daytona for the Full Send Super Speedway Series. These
Good
drivers
jump.
are now gunning it up through the gears. And Blake Hewlett, he'll quickly take over that race lead. Austin Sale, he'll fall back to that third spot, and he'll jump down in front of Matt Metler, who was involved in that incident before that caution came out. And just like that, he's up there in that fourth position. And now we're jumping back here to Kirby Wayne Scott back in that seventh position, trying to make his way back up, through the field on that top side, as he's got, 4 cars behind him as they climb up here into turn number 3.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful, and I've said this week after week here. That was a beautiful tactical launch from the number 73 of Hewlett there. He got ahead, but he didn't get too far. It allowed Gotzel to kind of tuck in behind him without getting too much momentum. Wonderful restart by Hewlett on that. And yeah, we can see it now here, lap 13 out of 80. That outside line is getting more and more developed as the race goes on. Not so much about laying down rubber as it is in other tracks. It's more so about the eagerness of the drivers and the willingness to get trapped in a no man's land. Because up top, by the wall, you have a wall and you have cars. You have nowhere else to go. Me personally, I'm a bottom feeder. I love having an escape route to the very, very, very inside if I have to. So these drivers starting to pick up a little bit of haste, starting to work on that outside line, trapping themselves up there, but building up that forward momentum, and that's going to be key for later developments.
Yeah, this lap alone, Kirby Wayne Scott went all the way back from that 8th position to the race lead, all in less than, I guess a little bit more than the lap. But himself and Andrew Teff, once they get paired up, it is a very unstoppable team right there. And I can guarantee you, once Andrew gets clear of this 73, they're both going to drop down to that inside lane. They're not going to drop yet, but here it is right here. And let's see when they drop. Might be up here in turn 3.
They might not, though.
That's true.
These Xfinity, O'Reillys, Nationwides, whatever you want to call them, they love that high side. This is one of the cars that you can truly build that high side up. And we see him now finally almost out of turn 4. They drop down as we see some trouble for number 79 of Justin Day.
Yeah,
that's not good for him.
Yeah, Justin Day. He had some fun back here on the back straightaway. Whoa, he got turned.
Ooh.
And right into the wall.
That's the escape I was talking about. Look how much time he had to scrub out that speed.
Yeah.
Now everybody single file up in the top. Let's say it's going to be the top
13.
10. No, everybody. Every single driver currently is running that inside line. And, I won't be surprised if we see this kind of transition to be a high side run where they no longer stick to the bottom and you see everybody being up top. But we're not going to really see that until the outside line really starts coming into fruition. And, more reliably rather than just one run. We saw it work. We saw that the outside can build that momentum. Everybody knows it. But right now, they want to protect that inside line because most drivers prefer to have that escape as well. So we're going to see a lot of moving around. Right now, we're going to see kind of a fuel-saving effort here on lap 16 out of 80. Everyone's going to be on the inside, single file. Then after a couple pit cycles, I'm sure Mikey would agree, we'll start seeing them move around a little bit, going side by side. And then, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, I think that's when we're going to see a lot of cars starting to protect that high side once that outside builds that more permanent momentum.
Yeah, if they don't, it's definitely probably going to be your top 3 trying to defend that outside. Because as you said, these drivers, they don't want to be, in the back of the field. So they're going to do everything they can to keep those cars behind you. And I think starting with that 57 of Aaron Roth, that's where I believe that's where that defending might start. But that also all depends on Ryan Warp. Is Ryan Warp going to be one of those first drivers to jump out? and try to make a move. So if that's the case, well, then that inside lane is pretty much SOL at that point. But anything could still happen. I did see in the back, Wayne Graves, he lost the field, and so is Frank Chavez. He's slowly starting to lose it, but now he's finally getting back up on it as they're deciding to go too wide back here in the back, starting with Matt Mettler. Oh, Matt Mettler in the wall.
That's not as hurtful to the forward momentum as you would think it would be, given that what they have for settings, so to speak. That's going to be very disappointing for Matt Mettler in the 311, showing as the number 1. But he's not alone. You see, he's got somebody right in front of him. They can get together and they can kind of link up and kind of not catch the field, but they can do damage control.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's Sean Burke in front of him in the number 93 machine. However, he is showing the 211, I think. No, 223. So, yeah, they've definitely lost the field in front. They're going to lose all that momentum. But we still got a long way to go. We're just approaching lap 20 of 80 here today. So we're almost a quarter of a way through.
Yep. Yeah, and we see it week in, week out with these Racers Elite guys. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It could be a Monday, it could be a freaking Wednesday. These guys know what they're doing, and these guys run with each other so often that these guys don't need to look at other leagues, really. Like, Racers Elite is kind of the all-in-one. If you want trucks, if you want late models, if you want rotating cars and tracks, if you want Cup, this is the place to be. And with that comes these drivers that have the respect for each other and the knowledge of how each individual driver races. So we're really privileged to see this pack going, because it's easy to see. It's easy to say, oh, it's only 14 cars, it's going to be a clean race. No, you need to look around more, and you need to take a look at some of the leagues that are out there. It could be 5 cars, it could be 10 cars, it could be 40 cars. It's still going to have 75 cautions. Racers Elite, on average, I usually only see maybe 3 or 4 cautions a race, regardless of the series. And Superspeedways have such a high probability of cautions to begin with that, like, we see so many would-be cautions in any other league. These drivers, they'll have a 10-car crash and not a single car facing the wrong direction.
Yeah. I mean, you were with me Wednesday at the late model stocks at 5 Flags. What do we have? 2 cautions the whole race? Maybe 3? No. 1. Yeah, I think we only
we had a few. I think we had maybe 2 or 3. But they were literal self-spin. They were just a product of the track. I mean, the track was fast. It was slick. And, it's natural for that to happen in a field. Daytona, not really a track you can kind of lose your back end on unless you get help, right? So, even putting that into perspective, at a high-speed, short track, you only had, at most, 3 cautions.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy good. And, throwing in 184 miles an hour right now for Sean Burke, Matt Mettler, and Robbie Mitchell Jr. there, the 3-car breakaway behind this pack. The lead pack going about 5-ish miles an hour quicker. I mean, bumper to bumper, door to door, that's asking for trauma. That's asking for trouble. These guys, they make it work week in, week out. As we see the 45 getting a little bit of craziness going on there out of warp, getting a little bit of a looseness with that draft behind him. But, I mean, easy does it for him. That was just another walk in the park, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. And, when he was getting a little bit loose, one song just jumped into my head. Let's do the time warp again. It's just jump to the left.
Oh my God. Can we fire this guy?
I'm sorry, Ryan. I love you, man.
Oh my goodness. But maybe
Oh!
Good. Wait.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Wait.
Nope. No caution.
Nope. Wait. Not done yet. Hold on to it. What a
how?
save!
How is it another would-be caution? These guys, we need to turn damage on or something and give these guys unlimited fast repairs, because when their car doesn't take tire wheel damage, these guys can do almost anything. That's what I'm chalking it down as. I cannot give them that much credit.
The cars, okay. The way damage turned off, okay?
I know, there's still like 30 seconds where it counts.
Yes, you can still get that damage. You can still, like, that whole time that they were still crashing, they were accumulating damage. But it takes like 10-15 seconds for it to back into place. So
yeah,
I mean,
know, but we have to be careful. We can't talk these guys up too much. They listen to the broadcast. If they come into next week with an even bigger ego, I don't think I could handle that as an announcer.
You need to come watch us on Tuesday nights. These guys are insane saves. You think it's just on here on Friday night?
I know it's not.
I've seen
it in the
Did you not see what happened to me Wednesday? I'm just saying.
No, I closed my eyes. It had to do with a friend of mine. I couldn't watch. You know, and the craziest part of this is, and actually the number 10, Wayne Scott, called it out on the driver chat. The fact that every single driver saved that and they're still relatively together, he's mind blown. And I'm with him. Like, how do you only lose 3 seconds out of what would have been a game-changing event for most drivers?
Yeah, I have not a clue.
These guys make me crazy.
Actually, you know what?
As we're taking another look here.
All right, let's go. All right, right here. This should have been a crash. Right here. But no, he saves it. The 18 coming up. This should have been a crash. But no, they both save it. And they're still crashing right here. Right there.
I thought right here was going to be the caution, but I was wrong. Look at that. Look, it was like a tandem draft from the Car of Tomorrow day. That's really all that was. It was just like a first attempt at a car swap, you know, from the lead to the back. Oh, my car's overheating. Swap. Okay. Oops.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, these guys still single file, holding it on. We are getting relatively close to the first pit cycle here today. We are on lap 27 of 80. I believe we might have, 30-40 laps of fuel in this car?
Something like that, yes. I can tell you right now, Austin, Sale, and Blake Hewlett, they did not pit on... Yeah, no. I don't know why it didn't register that they didn't pit, but yeah, they pitted.
I forgot they had a caution. So yeah, we are still a little bit away. I'm not used to it. These guys, like, the past, 3-4 weeks or whatever it's been, they've had maybe one caution.
Yeah, they've been averaging maybe 2 cautions.
Yeah, so it's like, when it happens, it's easy to forget. But, you know, this is reminiscent, yeah, of the past few weeks. They give it their all. They might go into strategy mode. They get into some mayhem. No caution. The field gets spread. They end up getting back together. They get spread again, and you know, then they put on one hell of a finish.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, so, so if there is anyone who does trends around here, they'd be excited right now.
Oh yeah. You know, if these two packs back here, they were to get linked up, they might be able to catch your top drivers.
I mean, they're only the field we were just looking at before snapping at this pack, they're only about 2 seconds behind. They're slowly making it happen. So, I mean, if they can kind of get it, they're going to be good. And I'm listening in my ear now to the driver radio. Matt Metler in the number 311 is actually saying, hey guys, if we can tighten up this field right here, these 3 cars we're looking at, I know it gets a little sketchy, but we're actually right on the bubble. We might be able to tighten up and get to these guys. So some coordination going on between the drivers. I love to see it, even if you're not teammates. Sometimes that's what you got to do at a plate track. And right now, the battle for the lead going on. Not really promising, but Andrew Teft on the outside of the number 57 of Aaron Roth. For a while, Andrew Teft in the 98 had no assistance there on the outside, but Kirby Wayne Scott in the number 10 jumped to the outside and now giving him some support. But it's 2 cars versus 4. This is going to come down to side drafting and how well Wayne Scott can stay on the back bumper of the 98, because right now that's not doing it. There's too much distance between them. They're not going to be able to make it happen. They're able to hang tight, but not able to make the move happen just yet.
Oh!
Oh! Whoa, almost trauma for the 36 and the 98 there, but good job keeping it off each other. 57 of Aaron Roth able to re-merge. Unfortunately, he is going to be struggling to grab a hold of that air from the pack ahead. He might now be a contributor to that second pack here in maybe a lap or 2. Unless he's able to keep it just the way he's doing it now, he's closing in. He's able to save it. What an effort.
Yeah, absolutely. What a really good effort there out of Aaron Roth in that number 57 good wrench service plus machine as he's making his way back around the outside of Frank Chavez in that number 23 machine. And now he's back to the back bumper of Chris Gotzel, and now he's right back up here in the 4th.
Yeah, you see these drivers moving around, no longer just protecting the outside. Andrew Teft went up a little bit and protected upside. A couple drivers were looking down low. We're going to see a little bit of movement out of these drivers now that we're nearing our halfway mark. These drivers are going to start kind of getting themselves into pit position. That way, if they get a green flag stop, they're where they want to be. But I'm not really anticipating some major aggressive blocks out of these drivers. You'll see them maybe make a move. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you'll probably see them abort it. Not really anticipating any super big, exciting moves, but we're going to see some movement, that's for sure, here in the next couple laps.
Yeah, absolutely. We are quickly approaching our pit cycles. I want to say we're probably just within 10 laps or so of that. And they are slowly gaining on Wayne Graves in that 07 and the 79 of Justin Day to put them as our first cars a lap down of the race. And let me tell you what, that second pack, they're slowly starting to reel in your top 6 here.
Yeah, you know, it's just going to take consistency and execution out of these cars to be able to kind of get tightened up to where they need to be. Right now, though, the 23 struggling. Frank Chavez there, he's the last car on that lead pack that we're looking at here. You know, kind of a lull in race action here. I'm going to take this opportunity to leave it to Mike. I'm going to step away, let you guys watch this beautiful action that's going on. Maybe crank it up at opportunity here, Mike. Get yourself a drink, stretch your legs, I don't know. But I myself will be right back.
Yeah, that does sound like a plan, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to sit back, relax, and we're going to crank it up for you. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and crank down the sound. I hope you guys enjoy that right there, but let me tell you what, that second pack being led by Blake Beacon, they are now down just to 1.7 seconds back. And at this rate, ladies and gentlemen, I believe in about 5 laps or so, they might be able to catch up to this front pack here. As this front pack, they are quickly approaching Wayne Graves and Justin Day, who is currently out front of them now on that high side here, coming down the back straightaway, as these guys are going to muscle their way around the inside of these 2-lap cars. Oh, you see
might
that
not seem like much, but there is a 5-mile-an-hour difference between them, and that's relatively important because if you look at the 36 stuck on that high side, he's got that 5-mile-an-hour extension. Oh, tight. This is when things get real hairy for these drivers. Anytime you catch up to lap traffic, it's always going to be a moment of tension there, as a lot of drivers did a good job there. A couple of drivers actually got hurt a little bit. The 36 of Austin Sale, he got up into the outside and unfortunately had nowhere to go, stuck at 3 wide, kind of lost the momentum. But right now, I mean, that's good news for pretty much anybody that's up there right now. Frank Chavez, Austin Sale, and even Justin Day and Wayne Graves. That's good news for them because now everybody's kind of spread out in that lead pack. They're going to be able to kind of, use each other to their advantage and tighten up on the cars ahead of them. And while Day is at a disadvantage because these guys don't really get a lot of cautions, he's going to be the first lucky dog recipient unless Wayne Graves gets by him.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like that, this 3-pack turned into a 5-pack. And they are within that sweet 1 second mark separation where that draft really will just take you and drag you to the back bumper of the cars in front of you. And just like that, these three cars of Beacon, Hewlett, and Warp, well, they're back in the game.
Yep. Absolutely. It's only going to be a matter of time before we see one giant field. And I literally mean a matter of time because these guys are right there. I'm going to put that, maybe 2, 3. Nah, I'm bad at estimating. But, I mean, they're spitting distance. If the 36 of Austin Sales spits out their window, it's going to go all over the dashboard of Justin Day. And we're going to have a very upset and grossed out day. I hope you see what I did there. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm good. I'm alive. Don't worry. I'm alive. Quick interruption on my end, but we're good.
Well, all cars except 3 are now back together. And those 3 in the back is going to be Mitchell, Burke, and Metler, who is just a little over 9 seconds back from your race leader of Andrew Teff in that number 98 machine. And now these guys can sit here, they can breathe, and now they're thinking pit stop. Pit stop should be coming.
Cars are pitting.
Right here.
Yep, that's good
news. Slow it down,
for,
baby, slow it down. Nope, Chris Gotzel, black flag. And he's around.
Into the wall. Oh.
Austin Sale.
That's tough.
Yep. Austin Sale, Blake Hewlett, they are down on pit road here as well. And so far, Chris Gotzel is the only one with that black flag. So he'll be hanging out for 40 seconds, which is almost a full lap here around Daytona. And he's going to be running solo. So when the race leaders do finally catch him, it's only going to be maybe like 10 laps after the fact. After we have our pit stops, and you see Blake Hewlett and Austin Sale now leaving pits. Oh, contact! Oh. And that did bring Blake Hewlett above the yellow.
Is it going to be enough, though?
That's the question.
I'm looking. Trust me, I am staring hard. Now, one thing, going off of what you were saying, lap times here at Daytona in the pack are 48 seconds, 48.4 to 48.7. Now, you got to factor in how long does it take them to get down pit road? How long does it take them to fill that car full of fuel? Tires not really needed unless you spin, which he did. So if you take the tires, that adds more time. That is absolutely detrimental to the 707 of Chris Gatzel. That is the worst thing that could happen, especially in this league. Why? No freaking cautions, man.
Yes.
Like, you don't get them. So it's going to be one of those things where it's like you're down, but are you out? And that is where the beautiful, unknowing iRacing gods can come in and play. Because as good as these drivers are, and as good as the trends have been, it only takes one mistake for a caution, and then cautions breed cautions, and as we get later in the race, more aggression comes out, which means more likelihood of caution. He may not be done, but he's definitely hurting, as he is currently just in front of the lead pack. So unless they pit next time by, he's going 2 laps down.
Yeah. Definitely a tough break, and I mean, at this rate, these guys can make it all the way to the end. We're already past the halfway point, and you know we can make it to the end from here. You know, we've already talked about these guys can go, you know, between 36 to 43 laps, maybe more, with how much fuel they can actually save here.
10 pitting. 57 coming.
Yep, so the 10's pitting, then Andrew Teft, he's going to come on down too, and expect everybody to come down this time. Oh, no!
He's got the back of Teft. Oh, beautiful save, but can he get it down in time?
No, he didn't. No.
Huge penalty for Teft. Oh, that's going to be a teammate discussion.
Yep. Just a wee bit.
Oh, man. And follow-up for everybody at home. Blake did not get a penalty for that contact exiting pit road. He did not cross the line enough.
Yeah. But that was a beautiful
coming in this
save.
time by?
That was a beautiful save out of the 98. Man, what a beautiful save. Kept it off the wall.
The fact that he did not annihilate. Yeah. Oh. Dude. That just shows you exactly what we've been talking about with this league. The whole field is stacked with drivers like that.
Slow it down, boys.
Ooh.
And
so far, Teft's the only one with the black flag. Yep. No one else got pinched. Beautiful job by the 18. That was close.
Yeah.
So right now, that's going to put Robbie Mitchell Jr. in the number 14 as our race leader, with Sean Burke in the number 93 in second, and then Matt Metler in the number 311, showing as the number 1 car by Physical Paint. He's in 3rd position. These guys still got to come down on pit road. They have to get some fuel in their machines. If they don't, they ain't going to finish this race out. So once all of that is done, I believe that might shuffle Warp into the lead.
Yeah,
because Andrew Teft is unfortunately dealing with that black flag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another lap on the track.
Oh, Wayne Graves in the 07. He's decided to mow the ground. Oh! Big jump there. This ain't the pro trucks, buddy.
Sounds like the top 3 are going 2 more times before they pit. What happened to Graves?
Oh, my bad, guys. Not that view. So he's actually just coming up through the gears up here in turn 1, and he just tried to get a little too much out of it and jumped sideways right here.
Easy to do. That's one of my biggest fears.
Doing. Sorry, I had to.
Dude, we gotta get you a soundboard.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe Andrew would kill us if I started playing.
Well, let's see how he thinks of this broadcast.
All of a sudden, you know, they're crashing. All you hear is boink,
womp,
bonk,
womp.
Right?
Glass shattering in the background as the crash is happening. Andrew, I know you watch these back. You got to let us know. Can we do it? Is it green lit? Let us know. We're ready. We'll make it happen. Just saying, we can make this professional, fun, and comedic. Just saying.
Absolutely. Not look. I think just me alone makes this whole freaking thing comedic.
Anything you do is inherently comedy by mistake.
Yes.
But that's why we get along. Same here.
Yes.
It looks like the top 3 are going to be coming into pit this time by.
And remember, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it.
Make it fun. Yes, sir. Just within the parameters of the law, people.
Yes.
Don't think I need to say this, but unfortunately, I've seen the world.
That is true.
That's my first thought. Every time you say it, I'm like, you should probably tell people unless it's illegal.
Well, I mean,
Here they come, top 3.
Slow it down, baby. Slow it
Yeah, a lot
down.
of movement there. Oh, there's going to be penalties.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. 3.
Unless they slow enough. Wow. Beautiful job by Robbie Mitchell there to stop himself from getting a penalty.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He was going 63 at the commitment.
Oh, yeah. Talking about being on the edge.
Yeah, he slowed down right before the next timing line and was able to kind of maximize, but that's a risk I wouldn't take.
Yep, agreed. And here comes Andrew Teft. He's going to come out in front of these guys. And, well, here comes your top 3. Ryan Work, Blake Beacon, and Aaron Roth in that 57 machine. You know, and wasn't these guys just like, 4 seconds back about, 15, 20 laps ago?
Can we also mention the fact that the 45 and I believe it was the 18 were also literally hitting each other at 170 miles an hour up against the wall, uncontrolled?
Yes. And they saved it. And they saved it.
Exactly. And now Warp is sitting there as our race leader. They are sitting.
I just realized that's Day. That's Day behind Beacon.
Yep, we got Aaron Roth in 3rd. He's about 5 seconds back off of the 2nd place position. Justin Day in a beautiful position right now. I mean, if we get a caution flag, he is going. There's no way anyone else can be a lap down ahead of him, right? So unless it's just a pure bad timing where the 45 literally passes somebody, if we were to get a caution right now, Justin Day in the best spot possible. Actually, it's showing him is no longer a lap down. No, he is. Your timing messed up for a quick second. Okay. Yeah, he is still a lap down. But he's hanging in there. Right off the back bumper of the leaders.
Yeah. But he's about to have a new visitor a lap down. That's going to be the 98 of Andrew Teft. Again, this is something we rarely ever see. Andrew Teft going a lap down on a super speedway. I think this is like my second time seeing it.
Yeah, and it's not really due to anything of his own doing, it's just a missed time braking and his teammate, I believe it's his teammate, Wayne Scott, Jesus, accidentally got into the back bumper of him. Beautiful job by Andrew Teft to save it. But now Andrew Teft is in the 2nd best spot to be in. He's got the 79 right in front of him, 2nd and 1st in front of him. Now it's only a matter of time of Andrew that's not good for Andrew. He's back. Okay, cool. And Andrew is no stranger to super speedway racing or being successful at racing in general. So the 98 is going to know exactly what to do, when to do it. And so we're going to see him kind of linger around with Day sitting there behind them. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we see Teft and Day shoot to the outside and try to bypass the leaders.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me tell you what, great Wayne Scott. This is going to be a great finale here.
Absolutely. We are now lap 55, so 26 coming to 25 laps to go. Anything can happen. We still have 2.5 mile a lap. So do the math, guys. 25 laps at 2.5 miles. How many miles is that? I don't know. I'm not counting. But that is a lot of time for things to happen.
60 miles. Just about.
That's crazy. That's
60,
a drive.
Yep, 60 miles to go. This is a 200-mile race sitting at 80 laps. So at 40 laps, it's oh my gosh, it's 100 miles. And then we're coming up on 50 miles at 20 to go. And so, yeah, so we're sitting at just about the 30 miles. No, wait, 60 miles left. Something like that.
You know, it wasn't until this very moment I realized these cars get really bad gas mileage.
They really do.
They get 80 miles to a tank when it's restricted down.
Yep.
That's expensive.
Well, you also have to remember they're also running at 190 miles an hour.
I don't want to hear it. If we can get a rocket to space, we can get cars to better mileage.
Yeah, when you're not going almost 200 miles an hour, yeah.
What do you mean? The rockets go like 3,000.
Yeah, and think about how much fuel they need just to get there.
There you go. There you go. I was waiting for the logic to come into the chat and be like, yeah, dude, think about it. How much does rocket fuel cost versus race fuel? And how much do they burn?
Which, if you guys did not catch the last SpaceX super
that just
rocket,
happened today, right?
No, it happened like 3 or 4 days ago. It's
they just launched one today.
Yeah, they probably did over in California.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Their Starship. That's what I was looking for. Their Starship. If you guys haven't seen the last one, they landed it, the rocket into the ocean like they were supposed to, and when it hits the ocean, it was supposed to go kaboom, but it didn't. That
Happy
right
accident?
there. Happy accident. And let me tell you what, they were ecstatic. Because what they did, how they did it, they were able to lay it down nice and easy and it not explode. That's a win-win.
Yeah, it is. And if you guys are keeping tabs like we are while we're chatting, for a minute there, the number 98 and the number 79 of Teft and Day, respectively, they actually fell back quite a bit off of the first two cars. And that was because Andrew did exactly what I said he would do. He shot to the outside of Justin Day, slowed them both down, used the side draft to his advantage, got in front of Day, and now
he's
they
going to leave Day
back up, and then take a look at that.
He's going to leave Day hanging.
That's exactly what I saw coming too, because if you're Andrew Teft, as much as you may like the next driver, you don't want him in a position to pass you. So now, if you leave Day behind, he's going to get stuck behind the leaders. You're in front of them. You are no longer a lap down, but Day is. So unless there's a caution, Day is no threat.
Yeah. Well, Day, he would get the lucky dog. So
exactly.
So right now it's a win-win for both.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're Day, you're not too mad at it. You know you still have a chance, but at the same time, let me go with you, man.
Yeah. All right, so I feel bad. Let's jump back here to this pack back here a little bit. You know, we got a good 7 cars here running nose to tail, and we've just been watching your race leaders the past 20 laps. So we're going to stay here, and we're going to take a look at these fellas back here. Aaron Roth in that 57 machine, he leads this field, followed by Frank Chavez, Robbie Mitchell, Matt Metler, Sean Burke, he's back here, and then Blake Hewlett. And then you jump back to Wayne Scott, who's running solo at the moment. Austin Sale, he's running solo. Andrew Teft, he's out in front here. Chris Gotzel and Wayne Scott, they're back here in the second pack.
You know, another note about Andrew Teft and his abandonment of Justin Day. Actually, looking at the track map and looking at everybody's track position right now, that was actually really smart. We're on lap 62 out of 80, making it 19 laps to go. He is not a lap down. He has the momentum of the leaders. So if you look right now, the everybody in that lead pack that we're taking a quick look at, they're on the back straightaway. Well, 10th position is middle of turn 3 and 4. So that's going to put Wayne Scott a lap down. That's Teff's teammate.
Yep.
Once Wayne Scott gets passed by the leaders, he's going to suck up to Justin Day, and he's probably going to do the same thing. And now Justin Day is not any competition whatsoever because now Wayne Scott is in front of Day. Just absolute accidental or purpose strategy. I back that move.
Yeah, I mean, even what we might see here as well is Andrew Teff slow up that front pack right there and just pick up Kirby and keep both of them in front.
It feels hazardous, but that's a good thought.
I mean, I've been in many races where the people in front of me decide to pick up the car in front. It does stack us up just a little bit, but if you can slow the momentum of those cars leading up to that moment, it's perfect. It can be done perfectly.
But food for thought here. If Andrew slows down those two leaders, the first and second place, that is going to slow down that pack logically, which means the pack not attached is not going to lose speed. So at that point, is it worth tightening up the entire pack to keep your teammate from going down a lap? Or is it better to slingshot off of Teff's strategy and repeat it that way?
Yes.
While they might be ready for it, it's still possible to do. And it protects you from having even more competition catching up to the field.
Sorry, I answered a little early there.
No, you're good. I'm excited to hear what you have.
Yeah, I mean, so it, like you said, it could go that way, you know. But again, this is his teammate we're talking about, and these two work absolutely phenomenal together, as we see. But that 70. What was that?
He did hit him. Are you mad?
Did? No. Wayne Scott.
Are you just mad enough?
Wayne Scott and Teff, they're really good buddies here, and right now this is it.
Moment of truth. Wayne Scott up in the middle line. Yep, he's gonna fall in. Yep.
It did look like
you see the 10. He's side drafting the whole time trying to use a boost.
Yep. Now
there it is.
Andrew, he did slow up a little bit. I don't know if you caught that.
He did. I did notice that.
He slowed up.
I thought it was
enough.
crazy though.
So what he did, if they were just go past Wayne Scott full throttle, Wayne Scott would lose so much more spot or time on this front pack. Now,
what's going on with Hewlett?
He pitted.
Yeah, he almost wrecked.
Yeah,
he had the same thing happen to him. Okay, cool. Yeah, he saved it. Good job, Hewlett. Anyway, back to this.
Now, with what he did there, he was able to slow up that pack there.
There it goes. Just
enough to allow Wayne Scott to use that side draft, and what Seth pretty much did is he slowed down the pack maybe 5 to 6 miles an hour slower than what they were running, just to give Wayne Scott enough to hold on tight.
Yeah, and Wayne Scott's back to Teff's action right there. You see him side by side at the right of your screen before they disappear. It did not work for Wayne Scott as good as it did for Teff there. Lost a lot of time on that 3-car pack. Now Wayne Scott's got to reevaluate how he wants to attack this. Is he going to use this momentum to make that move, or is he going to tighten up a little bit with those 3 cars first? But yeah, he really slowed them down trying to use that side draft to his advantage. And I've been listening to the driver channel. The second pack made up 2 seconds, and then they lost 0.3 of a second.
Yeah.
So they're still very much trying to make things happen, and the more traffic that gets added to the leaders here is going to make it even harder for them in the back. So yeah, beautiful job by Teff, by the way, and Wayne Scott to manage that little situation there. Is Day now trying to the outside? That's going to give the spot to Wayne Scott. I wonder if Day was like, it's better to do it this way.
Yeah.
Smart driving out of the number 79 a day, if that's what he was thinking. As another one gets added to the collection, we'll see him entering at the left side of the screen. Oh, no, we won't. We are now looking back at Mettler, which is where we should be looking, because we've been looking at the front pack for way too long. But yeah, Wayne Graves, just an update from the front, no need to look up. Wayne Graves was passed by the lead pack, was unable to reconnect. Purely how you explained it with Wayne Scott. That's exactly what had happened. They just blew by. So now they're going to have, the second pack is going to be getting another edition here soon, unless, well, yeah, Graves not going to be able to. He's way too far back. He's going to be blending back to Aaron Roth and the others where we are looking here now. This is position 3 all the way to 6th.
Yep.
And then Blake Hewlett, the tail end car there, he is position 12, 1 lap down as well.
Yep. Yeah, with these guys using this, you know, 2 different lanes in this corner, you see right there how much time Frank Chavez lost on Roth there. These guys really got to tighten it up if they want to catch the front pack, because they just lost another second in the last 2 laps.
Yeah, you know, right now, absolute car control is what you need. You don't need to be wiggling left and right. You know, you have to really be nice and tight to the car. You don't have to push them, but you really have to be right up on them. That way, it just continues to take away the air and speeds you up and kind of creates like an arrow in the wind. And, you know, every time someone steps back off the back bumper, it's almost like an air brake on a plane. You know, if you ever flown before and you're coming in and you hear and you suddenly feel like you're being flung forward, that's your air brakes. Those are flaps that come out. And that's essentially what happens when you get off the back bumper. You just put out those proverbial wings and flaps and you just stop. It's like hitting a wall. And it's not what you need when you're trying to make up almost 5 seconds on the track.
Yeah.
6 seconds, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, they've still got a very, very long way to go, as we are coming to 9 to go this time by when they come back across the stripe. So, unfortunately, I don't think this pack back here is going to have much
look at the front, look at the front. Austin Sale, number 36, did not go to the high side and disrupted the whole pack. Almost caused a problem there. Now this is going to shake everything up.
Yeah.
As now the leader is on the outside and the inside. The number 18 of Beacon was able to make the pass happen with all of that disruption. I was for sure we were going to see a crash. That's why I was like, jump, jump, jump.
Yep, well, we're definitely back up here with your race leaders here, as we have 3 cars on the inside, 3 on the outside. First is that second car on the inside. Second is that second car on the outside. So we literally got our race leaders surrounded, literally surrounded by lap cars.
Yeah, you know, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're the number 18 of Beacon. Hey, nothing Warp can do. He's stuck behind 2 lap cars. The problem is, it's a super speedway racing. It does not matter if it's a lap down car in between you and the other car there. It just doesn't. Oh, there's trouble in the back. Number 57. Caution. That's going to be. Yeah, that's suspenseful. Who's going to be the lucky dog is the question. Day. Looks like it might be Day.
It should be Day,
but yeah,
yes.
I'm looking here. Looks like the 57 and the 23 were the ones to watch for this. Yeah, we're looking at it now. You see just a bad bump, and they're cool about it, though. Why? Where did the caution come from?
Right
oh, there it is. The 14? There. No? Yeah.
Right there. Because you had these cars coming, and he was still on track. But once again, really good driving out of the 57 machine of Aaron Roth. I mean, he was pretty much sideways. And boom, he's straight again. Unfortunately, 14, Robbie Mitchell, not so much.
You know what? Austin Sale was ahead of the leaders because he didn't go up top. So yeah, Justin Day will be our lucky dog recipient. Yep. And drivers are mad at Sale right now.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I would too. Just saying.
Race control just called that crash on the number 23 of Chavez. If there was a racing deal that I've ever seen, that was one of them. There was no negligence in that. That was just a byproduct of the type of racing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I haven't seen an EOL yet. Maybe they're going to be lenient with it. I don't know. But to me, that shouldn't have been a penalty call.
Yeah. All right, so we got a couple takers down here on pit road. Sean Burke
EOL.
in the 93 machine. Kirby Wainscott in the 10, back in that 12th spot. You know, a lot of these drivers are
around.
Yep. A lot of these drivers are going to realize they're not going to be able to get their laps back. So, you know, Andrew Teft, Wayne Scott, Hewlett, Gotzel, Graves, you know, they're just along for the ride at this point.
You know,
I don't know.
Man, I'm going to talk to you after the race about what I just heard. I want to talk about it on air, but I got a lot of respect for these guys. I'm going to say it. They need to nut up or shut up, because as crappy as the 36's move was in reality, that was absolute strategy.
Oh, yeah.
That was defensive maneuvering. He put himself in a position that they had to work to get around him.
Yep.
That's racing. That is protecting your race. And there was no caution. They could tell he wasn't moving. These guys need to get over it. I'm sorry. I got a lot of respect for these guys. They got a lot of skill. But I can't sit silent on this one, listening to them kind of rant and rave about how they're upset at him. And, like, why? It's part of the racing. It's defensive driving. Yeah, it's kind of crappy. They should get out of the way. But also, he was not a lap down when they caught him. He went a lap down for a split moment. He protected himself from going down lap. That is strategy.
Yeah.
Hazardous? Yes.
Very.
But strategy nonetheless.
Yeah. So, you know, I just to extend on what you're talking about here, forcing, you know, so obviously, you know, you want to move over and allow the faster cars to go by, especially at super speedways, right? However, you can disrupt them if you just hold your... The rule book says just hold your line, okay?
Yeah, he was predictable.
Now, exactly. So what he was doing was, with him forcing the cars to go around the outside, they're going to go up around the outside, then back down in front of him. What does that do? It gives them the draft quicker. So the first car goes... And it upsets
their momentum.
Yep. The first car goes, second car goes, the third car goes. By that time, guess what? You're running 182 just like everybody else. And that's the strategy he played. It's a very crappy strategy. I hate to say it, but I've used it myself. You know, I feel like crap, but you know what? It protects, like you said, it protects my race. It protects my outcome. And now he's back in that 8th spot. And he's going to have a chance to win this race now, even though we have 4 laps to go when we come back to the green.
Yeah, and you know, these other drivers, as far as Teft and Wayne Scott, like maybe 1 or 2 drivers, they aren't necessarily out just yet. We do have, if I'm not mistaken, we do have a couple Green-White-Checkers to blow through today.
3. Yep.
3 Green-White-Checkers. So there are some opportunities. You just have to not be involved in those opportunities, and that's where things get really sketchy. Contact, stopping on the track, you're not eligible for the lucky dog, and no one else gets it. So this is gonna be one of those situations where if you're a lap down, you got to be on the ball. You gotta be ready. You gotta be willing to make moves, and also not make moves. That way, it protects your ability to get back on the lead lap. And we are doubled up. Lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to rock and roll. Blake Beacon in number 18, our race leader. Ryan Warp in the number 45 in second place. Let's rock and roll.
Absolutely. Matt Mettler, Aaron Roth right behind Beacon and Warp. into the United Rental Restart Zone. We are Green Flag Racing once again here at Daytona National Speedway. Blake Beacon doesn't get as a big of a jump that, he was anticipating, but it was enough to get up in front of Ryan Warp.
That's the perfect jump, though.
Yeah, Ryan Warp and Blake Beacon played that to perfection. They knew how much space that they need. They knew everything like that. And just like that, they were running single file out front, 4 laps to go, while everybody else back here is duking it out for that third spot. And that is going to be Aaron Roth and Matt Metler. Matt Metler in that 311 machine. He is looking for his first race win here in Racer Elite. And, 4 laps to go. This is the highest up I have seen him in a very, very long time. So he has a shot to win this here today. And that could just be happening here in just 3 short laps here at Daytona. Less than 3 minutes remaining in this race if there is no caution.
Yeah, I'm watching through the field. The number 98 of Andrew Teft is dooring the heck out of the number 36 of Sale. Trying to get that side draft going. Maybe a little bit of a, hey, screw you guy. Yeah, right now, though, these guys are doing everything they can to get themselves into the position that they need to be for these final closing laps here. 3 laps to go. The only lap that really matters is the final lap, and it only really matters coming out of 4. So we're going to see some big moves here shortly, waiting on drivers to find their partner or their groove, their momentum, their rhythm, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, right now, it is looking great if you're the number 18. Unless you're me and I'm in the 18, I'm not happy where I'm at. I hate leading it this close to the finish. If I'm the number 45 of Ryan Warp, I am giggling like a schoolgirl on a Monday and my crush just walked in. I'm telling you right now, I am getting ready to rock and roll. You see the space between the 45 and the 18. That is tactical. That is a test. That is an understanding of how quick will I close it as we watch the 14.
Trouble!
57, contact, a car around, caution is out. Oh, but Teft is involved. That is going to be very problematic for the lucky dog.
There he is. Yeah, that's going to be huge.
Yep, looks like Andrew Teft might have been the only one in contention and no longer.
All right, let's take a look here and see what happened down this back straightaway. I can't. Oh, it's the Andrew Teft. So Aaron Roth in the 14 made contact, and unfortunately, yeah, Andrew Teft, he did get some damage in that. So we're gonna keep up here with this 98 machine, and right about there.
Yep. And according to the rules, if you are involved in the incident, and that means any type of contact, regardless if it's the actual crashing cars, or you come to a complete stop on the track, you lose it. So if any of those criteria is not met, you're good. But if you make any contact, you stop, you're screwed. And that is, I am absolutely sure, frustrating for Teft.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm telling you right now, I am absolutely ecstatic for that 311 machine of Matt Metler. Up here in that 3rd spot, he's going to be starting right behind our race leader. You see Hewitt up in that 73 machine.
Is he good?
He might have been in front of Andrew Teft before the caution came out.
Man, if you're Hewlett, you are rocking yourself in that seat. Thankful.
Yep, definitely. And right there he goes.
The number 36, Austin Sale, was given an EOL for that caution.
Yep.
Checks out. Hey, he's not done yet, though. An EOL don't really matter too much. It does when you're in a Green-White-Checkered, though. Let's be real here. Got to build momentum for that first lap. You got to find more momentum for that second lap.
Yep.
And then the race is over. So really, if you are anywhere within the top 6, you're in contention out of the gate. If you are anywhere from there to 10th, You're at a disadvantage, but you're not done.
Yep. Well, I was going to speak with Matt Metler, but he is not in Discord at the moment. Crap is about to get real. We're going into Racer Elite overtime here at Daytona International Speedway. We do have 3 of these suckers on tap if we need it, and let me tell you what, I think things are about to hit the roof.
This may have turned into the one race where I'm like, we might use them.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of names that I don't normally see sitting right in contention.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a lot of moves that are made in a very rapid pace, especially given the fact that we're going to have a green, a white, and a checkered finish here.
Yep.
Blake Viken, number 18, still at the top of the board, though. Ryan Warp still sitting there comfortably in second place with Matt Metler, the number 311, showing with the number 1 on his car. But he is sitting there in third, ready to rock and roll. He has been a up and down driver all day today. He's had good luck, bad luck, and anything in between. Right now, though, Lady Luck herself is giving him a nudge on the shoulder and saying, hey, it might be you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me tell you what, Blake Beacon in that number 18 black pink Toyota, he's also one of those drivers that's come oh so close so many times. You know,
yeah, and
so
he's at a disadvantage.
He is. He really is, but he's also got Matt Metler in that 311 machine behind him. As you see, Matt actually down there on the apron. I wonder if he has enough fuel to get to the end of this race.
He might have it if we don't get another green-white-checkered. We might be seeing him dip off into pit road if we have another one come out. But yeah, I mean, if you're the number 18 of Vegan, you're excited, you're nervous, you're ecstatic, you're elated, you're anything and everything you can think of. Because you know you're in a position to win it. Usually P1 is where you want to be. However, at a super speedway race, that is the hardest position to defend without causing a crash or just ruining your own race and nobody else's. Like, there's really no win there. You have to be very on edge. You have to be watching your mirrors. You have to watch ahead of you. You have to read what the car is doing in your mirror, what the car directly behind you is doing. And there's so many elements to being a leader in closing laps at a plate track that right now, the 45 of Ryan Warp, his biggest worry is, where do I go?
Yeah.
Metler, his biggest thing is, I need to be on the back bumper of Viken, and I need to push him into the lead away from the 45, and I need to make sure that we keep our momentum and my outside clear, so on out of turn 4, I can shoot out to the outside with momentum. So we're going to see some strategy coming into play. We're going to see some aggression. Cars are doubled up. Pace lights are off. Getting ready to make that left-hand drive, and Mike, we are ready to rock and roll.
Yes, sir, and I'm sorry if I geek out a little bit here, but let's go Matt Metler. But green flag is in the air. Big separation, though, between Metler and your race leader. That's going to... see, Blake Viken, he's actually going to jump up. But Matt Metler, he's making a run back on the inside, not able to get there. So that big opening he left probably just lost his advantage, you know, to possibly win this race as they make their way out of turn number 2. Still side by side now for that 4th position as they make their way down the back straightaway. Ryan Warp, Ryan Warp, he thought about possibly making a run here as they are trying to get around Sean Burke, who's on that outside lane. Right now, Matt Metler, he's got him cleared. Your top 3 are clear of the outside lane. Quarter mile to go before we get here to that start-finish line.
Outside.
Yeah, there he goes to the outside there. White flag is in the air. We're going to take this all the way to the checkered flag now as you see Aaron Roth. He's trying to sneak his way around Matt Metler on the outside. But Matt Metler, he's still holding strong. He's going to start to pull in here on Ryan Warp. And is he going to make a move? What's he going to do? There he goes. He's looking to the outside. Trouble in the back.
That's going to pull.
Yep.
That's going to pull the outside line and right up to the back bumper of the 311 of Metler.
Yeah. You got Ryan Warp in that 57 machine. I'm sorry, not Ryan Warp, but
Go low, go low.
no, don't do it.
Here we go. Matt Metler right on the back bumper of the number 18 of Beacon. He's going to the outside now, coming out of the turn 4, coming into the tri-oval now. Multiple moves. He's not going to be able to get enough momentum, but a hell of an effort nonetheless.
Yeah! Second.
What a beautiful finish there. Absolute wonderful driving by Beacon. Wonderful defensive driving there. I saw, if I was a team owner right now, I'd be jumping up and down regardless of if the 18 drove for me, because that was a beautiful end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you're Warp.
Yeah. All right, let's come back here and take a look, see what happened. Give it a little bit more here. And it did look like it did start with that 45 of Ryan Warp. And Aaron Roth at that 57. They were beating and banging. That slowed up to 45. And then
what a big rotation.
Yeah. The back actually
he gets a little air in the back.
Yeah, the back end actually tried to lift. Something that you actually don't see often here in these. Oh, big hit there.
Oh, there's the lift.
Yeah, there's that lift. Oh man, two really hard hits there. The 14, he's got shot down towards the inside. Doosh.
Oh.
Boing, boing, boing,
you
boing.
spin me right around.
Round, baby, ride round like a record, babe. Wait, what?
Oh man, he's racing his own hood.
He's still spinning. Holy crap. Andrew
That's
Teff.
great. He was racing his own hood to the finish.
Yeah, let's see this here at real time. Oh, Chris Gonsel and they both just. Oh man.
God, he just enters the chat.
Thank
fears.
Woo.
Oh.
Thank God this is virtual.
Yeah. There's our race winner.
Yep. Let me. No, we want to go to our race winner. No, that's not the view I want. I want this view. But ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, driver of that number 18 Kepler Toyota. It's going to be Blake Beacon after a very, very strong run here at Daytona. I know for a fact he is absolutely ecstatic in that number 18 machine, because this race win has been a very, very long time coming for that number 18 driver. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead here and take a quick look at your race results, which are right about here. Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine, he's going to win this race in that K-pop racing machine. Coming home second is going to be that 311 machine of Matt Metler. Frank Chavez in the 23. He was able to survive that last lap chaos to come home third. Blake Hewlett drove from dead last all the way up to the front in the final 2 laps to come home fourth. Aaron Roth fifth. Austin Sale, Sean Burke, Robbie Mitchell Jr., Justin Day, and Ryan Warp will round out your top 10. And then it's going to be Kirby, Wayne Scott, Chris Gotzel, Andrew Teft, and Wayne Graves will round out your field here today at Daytona, as we take another look here at your race winner. And let's go ahead and bada bing, bada boom. Let's change that view because motion sickness. There we go. We'll do this. How about this? Oh, that's not even better. There we go. And you know what? Let me do even something better. Yes, I know. I'm talking to myself. I apologize.
You always talk to yourself. I
I
stopped commenting on it about 4
ages ago.
lockups ago.
Yeah, I mean you ain't lying.
I forgot what they call when they take someone in, not the Florida Baker Act, but when they lock somebody up in the insane asylum against their will because it's for their betterment.
Yeah, Baker Act.
Institutionalized.
Yeah,
That's it. The fourth. I stopped commenting after the 4th institutionalization. There it is, dude. English, man.
it's a very hard language for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, we don't. Oh, Frank Chavez is here in chat.
You want me to check, see if he's interested?
Yeah, yeah. Go find out.
Gotcha. I'll be back.
And while he's taking a look at that, let's go ahead and finish getting ready here for our interviews. We're going to go take it back. Alrighty. We're going to focus on that number 23 machine of Frank Chavez, as he should be our first driver we talk to. And that
All
smart
good. He's ready.
racing. He is ready. All right, well, let's go ahead and bring in your third place driver of that number 23 machine, Frank Chavez. Mr. Chavez, it's Mike and David up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. Go ahead.
Frank Chavez, my man. I think this is the first time I'm talking to you, and let me tell you what, that was a crazy, crazy last lap for you to come home P3 here today. What did it take for you to get around that craziness on the exit of turn 4?
Yeah, I started the final couple laps in 7, and I just try to hug the bottom line, and I saw it happening, and just get my foot planted and try to avoid Roth there, and I did, and I got to up into the wall and brought it home in 3rd place.
Yeah, heck yeah. I know you were beating and banging with a couple other drivers earlier today as well. You know, jumping sideways a little bit, then, you know, keeping it straight. Overall, man, how was the race for you today? And what does this do for you for the final 3 races of the season?
It was pretty good. I was being patient, trying not to do too much, and just I brought out the caution there, and we repacked it, so it wasn't on purpose. I just kind of hooked Roth, and then, but yeah, give me some confidence going into the last couple of races of the season for sure.
Yeah, I know that on these super speedways we're always talking about you, and then unfortunately you usually get turned or something, and you know it's always a tough break. But today you were able to overcome it, come home third. David, do you have anything for our third place driver?
Nothing on the serials, nothing serious. I just gotta ask, man, are you gonna be reaching out to the Depends for a sponsorship? Because I'm pretty sure your britches are full right now. I'm looking at the roll bar view, and
Yeah, there was a lot of close calls there, but yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah, we're watching now, close up. The 79 missed you there just by inches. The 57 came across your nose. You missed him by about 2 feet.
Yeah, I don't normally make it through those. Somehow I did this time. Yep, luck was on my side today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I'm watching it now too. I see it. Wow, I was close.
well, Frank, before we let you go today, buddy, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my teammates and Hammer Down, and you guys in the booth, and Racers Elite, and Andrew. Thank you.
Absolutely. Congratulations, buddy, on your third place finish, and we'll see you next week.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one.
You as well. All righty. David, man, that was close for Frank Chavez in that number 23 machine. But now let's bring up who I think might be really freaking ecstatic right now, that 311 machine of Matt Metler. Matt, it's Mike and David up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear, brother. What's going on, man?
My man, what an incredible run for you in that 3. My dude, do me a favor. Try to put freaking 311 on your cars.
You know, it's actually on the car. For some reason, it's showing the custom paint, but I promise you, it is there on the car. So I will have that corrected next week. You have my word.
Good. No,
Good, because if
I
you win
know.
next week, I'm telling you, we're disqualifying you.
Yes, Matt.
That's fair.
Matt, my man, you know, we talk almost every single week, and you're like, Mike, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. I can't seal the deal. Today, my dude, you were just a car length from winning it today, but you brought it home second. I think your first podium this season here in the Full Send Super Speedway Series. Tell me about your race, and man, what did it feel like going almost a lap down to coming back home second?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. So that race started out a little more chaotic than I thought it was going to be. And then I was trying to make a safe play going to the back, and I think the 14 or the 15, they got into me a little bit, and I got up into the fence, and I almost lost the car, but that knocked me out of the lead draft. So kind of shades of what happened, you know, last week or the week before, if you recall. And then a couple other guys got back there with me, and we started working together, and we just didn't have the speed to go run that next group down. So it just seemed like the third car in line, which is so critical when you have three cars, right? They probably just weren't comfortable, you know, getting as close as you needed to be, because when you first pop that bubble, you know, the car starts doing the icky shuffle. So we just kept switching the cars around. Finally, we got it right, and we took off. And I think there was a little bit of calamity on one of the green flag pit stops that helped us out too, but we stayed out a couple extra laps because we had really good pace once we got that three-car trio sorted out. And we ran it till it went empty. And my God, did we make some time there. Just proud of the two guys I was working with. And then, man, pressure's on, trying to run down Teft and the 10. You know, the Colonel and Teft, they're fast every time they're out there. And they were working strategy to get back on the lead lap. And I know they were working as a fuel pig for the other guys, but they had their own agenda. So we just had to push hard, push hard. I feel bad for Chavez and those guys because there was a push gone wrong there, but everything happens in this race for a reason, as you know. And I always tell you when I talk to you, you just got to have some luck on your side. And, Mike, we stayed out of the acts of terror on the racetrack. We didn't get caught up in the bomb, and we had a shot to win. Blake just did a heck of a job blocking me, and I didn't have any tires on my car the whole race. So when I was trying to turn up the track, down the track, the car was not having it. So I was like, you know what, before I wreck myself, I'm just going to come home right here. But dang, it's nice to finally put one together, stay out of the mayhem, and be up here talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, Matt, I love talking to you because you just answered all my questions, and even more than what I was going to ask you. But, man, what a good run out of you in that 311 machine. David, do you got anything for Matt Mittler?
I just need you to win or finish podium more, because that was the best interview I've heard in a while. I've not gonna lie to you, I got distracted for a few minutes and you pulled me right back in. Congratulations on your second place, man. Well earned. Beautiful effort there coming to the line. Sucks that you couldn't get it done, but dude, you earned that second position through and through. You had an up and down day and just phenomenal work, man. But do it again.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. And like I said, that wasn't just me on my own. That was the group of guys I was working with, and, you know, their determination not to give up and keep pushing. And like I said, we had some luck go our way for once. But, man, how about Blake? I mean, first-time winner in the series, and he drove himself a heck of a race. Couldn't be happier for that guy. But before you guys cut me loose, I got to shout out, first of all, Andrew Teft, the broadcast team, but Brett Bulliard, Tier 1, man. You guys, Ron Fitting and the rest of the house team, man, bringing me on board with you guys. You have reinvigorated me. You have given me new life working with you guys relentlessly every week. The improvements are starting to show up in the work. Thank you for taking a chance on me, putting me on your house team. This one's for you guys as well. And heck, we're going to see if we can close one of these things out all the way here sooner than later, boys.
Absolutely, Matt. But again, congratulations on your runner-up finish, and we'll see you next week.
Sir, great job up top, man.
Yes, sir. Congratulations. We'll talk at you later. ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up driver of that number 311 machine, Matt Mettler. But ladies and gentlemen, there's nobody more ecstatic right now here at Daytona than that number 18 machine of Blake Veecken. Blake, it is a long time coming for you, and you're finally able to seal the deal here in the Racer Elite Full Send Super Speedway Series. Before I really get down into questions and whatnot for you, man, just tell me how fast that number 18 machine was today.
Damn straight. That number 18 Kepler Toyota Super was extremely fast today, especially getting on that pole and leading the most laps. But it all was thanks to my teammate Ryan Warp 2 helping me, pushing me. We tried our best to stay 1-2, but I know he got wrecked there at the end.
Yeah, that's definitely very unfortunate there for Ryan. And he did fall all the way back to that 10th position. But man, I know that for you, this is, like I said, this has been a very, very long time coming. And what does it feel knowing that now you are a winner in the Racer Elite Full Send Super Speedway Series?
Oh, it feels good, especially after coming so close so many times already.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've seen you come second by inches, and I've seen you come second by 4 car lengths. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I am actually very proud of you to see you up here in victory lane finally here in this Full Send Super Speedway Series. I mean, there's not really much I can actually really say. I mean, you almost lost it a couple times, but you kept that 18 straight as can be. And man, I just phenomenal day for you, and you're able to put all the pieces together, tie them up, glue it together, and hang it up on the wall. But man, just what an incredible run for you today. David, any questions for your race winner?
I mean, what was going through your head coming out of turn number 4? I mean, you saw less than we did because we're looking at a cinematic view. You're in that car. You only see your mirrors. Like, you knew there were 10 other cars ready to take that spot. How were you feeling coming out of the corner and then watching all the mayhem behind you and then seeing the just absolute missile of Mettler sneaking in quickly and quickly and quickly as you come to the line? Like, you did a beautiful job defending, by the way. Got to give flowers on that. But what was going through your head through the whole moment there?
Heart pounding, screaming in my mind, don't wreck, don't wreck, don't wreck, and don't piss my pants.
You might have to go for a Depend sponsorship as well, just like
Chavez.
Chavez, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man, that's great.
Chavez missed that wreck like 3 different times. So he's definitely going to go get his Depend sponsorship ready. But David, any other questions?
No, that's it, brother. Congratulations on your race win. You earned that. Just absolute beautiful race control, racecraft out there. Like, you did phenomenal defense on that final bit, and I am very pleased. Very seldom am I pleased for drivers in a league that I don't race with that I like. But very seldom am I very pleased to see a winner, and today is one of those. I am very happy to see the podium as a whole. But I've been watching you since I started announcing here, and you've earned this one, buddy. Good job.
Thank you, man.
Yep. And before we let you go, Blake, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to? The floor is yours.
As usual, I'd like to thank my teammate there helping me out and try to get a 1-2. Of course, my sponsors, all K-pop groups. And then, of course, myself, because I'm just that great.
Yes,
Love
sir. Yes, sir. But man, just again, big, huge congratulations. Congratulations on your first win here. And this is to many, many more, Blake. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 18 Toyota, it's going to be Blake Veecken, your first time winner here in the Racer Elite's Full Send Super Speedway Series. He finally gets the job done on the super speedways, and he, like I said, he was able to glue everything together, and it was just absolutely perfect. before we head out, David, any final words before we close out the show?
As always, what a beautiful showing that these racers, elite drivers, put on. We said at the top of the hour, this is going to be some crazy racing, and they came through time and time again to make that just exactly correct. Congratulations to all the podium finishers out there, and everyone listening and watching back at home. Remember, life is not a permanent thing. It is one of the most sensitive and fragile things we have to call our life. So always remember, don't take anything for advantage. Appreciate every little moment, regardless of what it is. And of course, Mike,
No
you know
matter
what
what
else?
you do in life, baby, you have fun doing it. If it's not fun, you need to go make it fun. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mike Taylor up here in the booth alongside me, my good friend, my good old buddy. It is going to be the one, the only, David Forch. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you have yourself a beautiful, amazing time zone. Adios.